the other brother, and the lock forward is Wotherspoon, and former State of Origin halfback Ross Hendricks is the coach for Wavell State High. An absolute beautiful day and a great stadium for rugby league. My first occasion to call football here, and what an occasion for it is for St Augustines of Cairns as they make their way onto ANZ Stadium. It's Reynolds, then it's Nona, then it's Farzo Williams, the centres, Gill, Webber, Canuto, the captain, then it's Macca, McNabb, Street, Mado, then it's Bichino and Farzo locking the scrum, and they too are coached by Lionel Williamson, of course a former Kangaroo winger, went away on the 73 tour, so some very famous coaches. And there they are, St Augustines. They won the Confraternity Shield, which is open to all Catholic schools in the Queensland state, and they just won it in an absolute canter. They are a gigantic pack. You will notice a number of Torres Strait Islanders, and I believe 3 or 4 boys from Papua New Guinea. That's another story. Hopefully we'll get to tell you about it little on in this game. Your referee for this 4th quarter final of the 93 Commonwealth Bank Cup is Mr. Ian Irwin, and a tremendous moment for both schools. We're underway, and joining me for this clash, no stranger certainly to any of the people north of the border, or right throughout Australia, former Test centre 3-quarter, Gino Miles, and you've seen Wavell State High, and they've defeated Keeper Park, Gene, and Keeper Park, only the second Queensland school to make it through to a cup final. They won it in '87. What did you think of Wavell State High?
Well, Wavell played very strong that day, Mark, and as you mentioned in the lead up there, that Wally had a very fine game. I think it'll be up to him today to dictate turns, as he did on that occasion, to come up against a side such as St Augustines. You know, he will be out to do his best, I'm sure. They'll have to control these big forwards coming from the St Augustine side.
Comments from Gene Miles for all our junior league players sitting at home. Expert comments, they certainly are. So crossing the 40 and first touch of the football for St Augustines. Parramatta Marist still alive in the 93 Cup. There they are. This is how they got there, St Augustines. They're familiarised with Parramatta Marist, of course, both Marist brother schools. They beat Gordonvale State High School 56 points to 4, then Mossman State High 48-18. Trinity Bay suffered 24 points to 0, a resounding defeat, and then they went on to beat Abergowrie 22-12. St Brendan's of Yeppoon had enormous quality, but they got defeated 14 points to 8 and won that game as well. This now is the centre 3-quarter for St Augustines. It's Dick Williams. Gets up and plays it. He's got the dreadlocks, the 3, strapping centre 3-quarter. The kick came there from the front rower, Macca, and now Wavell State High back in possession. So far as size goes, the pictures tell the story. They are absolute giants, the boys from St Augustines. So Wavell State High having trouble again. They're hemmed inside that danger zone as they work towards the 30 now, and tackled with the football is Swadley. They dummy the blind, they come back to the open, and with the football now is the halfback Talbot. He moves it away, and I believe you'll find this is Wally. In fact, it's not, it's Hinckley. Nathan Hinckley, that is. So they get the kick in through Talbot, one bounce, finds the line, good kick, takes the pressure off. Gene, they've got to really contain this forward pack for St Augustines. That's the mail from the pundits north of the border, and then might give some chance for Dean Wally. Yeah,
that's a great opportunity here for Wavell High. It's the first time they've been inside the St Augustine's territory, and a kicking game is going to be vital because of these big forwards that have come here from up north. And we've seen already that they've used in their play a Newcastle move which has been used very successfully for the Newcastle Knights.
Here's a chance, Gino will come back to it. He crosses the 40. That's the fullback Reynolds, and didn't he show some acceleration to boot? Now working the blind side is Bichino. He'll play it on the 20, just short of. Winger comes in, takes some pressure off. Nona. They look to be very well disciplined. Standing one off the ruck is Mado. He looks for a dummies, goes himself. He beats one, pops the pass. Beautiful ball. It must have been a close one. They continue the rap, and already this side from Cairns, they look the goods. Beautiful ball. Williams can't handle a pressure ball, but it was nearly the money ball.
Yeah, that's the danger period there for the Wavell State High School. Big backs in William there. Had he taken that ball, that was a try for sure. The numbers that Wavell didn't have out there on the left-hand side of the paddock. So that's where you'll see St. Augustine's heading for, using their big centres, running at the not-so-big guys from the Wavell State High School.
So, Gene, Wavell State High, we know, and this boy with the football now, of course, the 5'8" Wally. We know they've got the size advantage, Cairns. How do they counteract this? This pack from Wavell State High really are going to have to come to the fore?
Yeah, I think so. I really think they just got to keep turning these big guys around, making them work, because it really is quite a warm day up here in Queensland, and you know, you've got to run these big guys around.
Well, that'll suit Cairns, won't it?
Well, yeah, I suppose so. They're quite used to it, but they're using a very good kicking game also. They don't want to play the game in their territory either.
Hodgins with the football, crosses the 40 and heads towards halfway. 5 metres short of. Yeah, the hooded monster. Jumper over the head. Now Wavell State High, I believe that's the first time they've crossed halfway. Trying to set a platform for their brilliant outside men, namely Hinkley and also the 5'8". This time Wally takes the ball on the bounce. He comes back. Defence is good and strong. 30 metres out. They're moving towards the dance floor. Inside ball. Nice ball for Hinkley. He tried to get the one-handed, almost like a Gene Miles around the corner pass. It didn't come off. Eventually it does. 6 more tackles. From dummy half, did it clear the ruck? Referee penalty, no doubt in the world for mine.
Oh, no doubt there. He's just dived in the centre of the ruck, and it's got to be a penalty. Now, the decision that, of course, Ricky Paul have to come up to here now is whether he takes 2 or keeps the pressure on. They're going to keep the pressure on.
When this game goes to air, Wavell or St. Augustine's will play the winner of Parramatta Marist and the game between Woodlawn and St Francis Xavier Newcastle. That's their side of the draw. Many people touting Marist Brothers Parramatta to do it again. They did it in 1988. And that team were 2 great players now in the Winfield Cup. Of course, David Baysari and Chris Warren. The 5'8" splits them. Weber making good yards from dummy half. They look very well drilled, both sides. But Cairns, this is easy yards. Look at this. This is the hooker, McNabb. McNabb to the 40. McNabb to the 40. Cairns really pouring on the pressure. Farzo loses possession. And Wally to play it 30 metres out from his own line.
Well, just that the Wavell markers there just weren't working. We've seen 2 scoots from dummy half from the Cairns side, and they went up the field 80 metres. Only the ball was put to deck, and now we see Wavell back in possession. They've got to control the ball, and they've got to work from dummy half.
The Queensland representative, Cameron McNabb, played last year, I believe, in the Queensland Schoolboys. Might have been, in fact, the Queensland Under-17s representative side. I've got that information. I'll get back to you shortly on that one. This is Hinkley coming back towards the traffic. Wavell State High, though, taking advantage from broken play situation. I'll tell you something now. Gill took that ball, and if he didn't, there was 2 players jogging on the spot. It was try time.
Yeah, some very easy yardage there made by Wavell Heights. I think already the Cairns side's finding the pace of the game a little quick for them, and we have a lot of walkers out there at the moment, so it's time for them to roll their sleeves up, do the hard work, and get down the other end of the field.
Macca, who just played the football in headgear. Gino Miles is not a small man. This boy is 117 kilograms.
Still at school.
And still at school. He sits on the back seat with no one else. Wavell State High. Well, back in the middle, neither side giving an inch. Both sides using their fast men pretty well in the early stages. Matthews Frederick with the football. Dummy half goes Wotherspoon. Had an enormous game against Keebra Park State High.
I see a few problems coming up here, Mark, already for the Cairns side. They're just not coming up on both sides of the ruck here.
Dean Wally, man of the match against Keeper Park. Oh, communication! He's called it forward. If that was forward, it was minute.
I think that was a tough call there by Owen.
Oh, what about this for
What a great ball.
communication? You put a wrap on the boy, but look at that ball, Gino.
Gee, tough call by referee Irwin there. I thought that was a fair ball. It deserved a try.
19th year of the Commonwealth Bank Cup, 444 sides. We're now down to the last 8 in this year's cup, and that's a body check. Macca towards the 40. Let me tell you, there was a clash there. Oh, the hits are coming thick and thin. McNabb for Maker, and then he uses it. This boy with the football progresses it. The pass probably wasn't on. The runner, Williams, was in heavy traffic. The boy that threw the football, the second rower, I believe it is Beechano. Here's the hit here. Have a look at this one. Was that Ricky Paul? I want to check him. Yes, it was. Apparently he hits, you just stay hit.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad hit either by the other prop, and Jacob Swalding. That was another great hit.
Now, the boy with the football is Jacob Swaddling. Wavell stayed high, they're forwards, they are making the hard yards, they've got to.
Yeah, for sure, and they're doing everything right at the moment. They're controlling the ball a little bit better than the Cairns side, and that's why they've played most of the footy up there into the paddock.
In 1993, the Player of the Year in this year's Cup will receive $1,000 worth of leisure wear courtesy of Diodora. All the best from them, and I'm sure that any one of the players out there today would love that award. They're certainly in the running for it. In fact, today's the start of our 3-2-1s, and look at that ball! Beautiful stuff. Farzo, the centre, was entitled to take that pass.
Yeah, once again, the final pass going to ground. Some easy breaks. There's some easy yardage being made from both sides. I think that because of the pace of the game in the early part of it, they're slowing down a little.
The winning school on Cup final night, Gene, will receive $5,000 worth of electrical equipment from our co-sponsors and great supporters, Phillips, and the runners-up $3,000 worth of electrical equipment, again from the people at Phillips. The Commonwealth Bank Cup, though, the Commonwealth Bank, what tremendous people they have been to. Junior sport in Australia, and this is the premier competition for schoolboy sport in the nation. What an event it is. 22 internationals to date. The last one was Scott Goulet and, of course, Timmy Brasher. Wally now uses it for the fullback, Dombrowski. Splits them, comes away from them to the 20. McNabb was there. Defence was desperate. Player in the road there. They were lucky to get away with a penalty. Wally moves it wide now, looking for support. The winger, Hodgins, will take the tackle. Barlow gave him a good ball on that occasion. Working a short blind is Michael Wally, cousin of the 5'8". They move it back. Watch him. This is the boy, the 6. He'll turn it on. They're 10 metres out. They're on the launching pad. Stepping back towards the blind through Paul. Now with Barlow. Barlow to the line. Barlow, I believe he's there. He is. Wavell stayed high, have endured this monstrous side, but eventually they got inside the 20, and it seems if they get to that stage, they're going to be very hard to stop.
Yeah, it was just a case here of just sustained pressure from the Wavell school. And we see some good individual skills here by the centre in Brendan Barlow. Throws a good dummy to his winger, steps off his right foot, back onto his left, and then crashes over. A good individual try.
Yeah, number 3 it is. The ball came from Paul, and he picked up Barlow, and he stepped off the right and looked, and then used all the strength and leg extension and got there.
Some great skills there by the individual, the step, the big dummy. And a great run here by Dombrowski. That's probably set the play up for the Wavell school. Made good inroads into the Cairns territory. And then we see another couple of rucks and then the try.
In flight, coming across the face of the uprights. No change to the scoreline. Commonwealth Bank Cup, quarter-final. It's hotting up. 4 points to 0. Wavell over St Augustine's of Cairns. Ross Henrik, the coach for Wavell State High. Glenn Bayliss there from the QRL. Could play a bit, Gino?
Yeah, former State of Origin halfback, very aggressive little guy. Entered the coaching ranks and was very successful at the local Brisbane scene here, and now has turned his hand to schoolboy football. Good to see.
Wotherspoon. Tough yards, Swadling. Wotherspoon. Like the work rate of the 13. Blindside play, they cross the halfway, and everything seems now to be almost synchronised.
Yeah, they're playing very well. They got into their pattern now, Wavell State High School, and I think the Cairns side really have to control the ball if they're going to be in this game. And you can see they are getting very tired so early in the match. These big guys, they're running them around and they're not coming up in one defensive line.
Plenty of pressure. Ricky Paul was there. Oh, and he'll sicken you, especially when you won't take your eyes off the football. The fullback did everything. He stood his ground. Oh, Ricky Paul has just given it to him.
Yeah, well, that's inspirational stuff from your captain, isn't it? And that's good to see. He's leading the way up front, and a great chase there by the captain.
This is McNabb. Gene Miles, he's already cracked them once. Now he heads towards the 30. Came up a Wavell State High. They're going to have the equaliser. Coming away, Canuto, the captain, for St Augustine's. They've said, we'll fight fire with fire. 4-4, we're locked up. Oh, we've got schoolboy rugby league.
Great break and play running there by Cameron McNabb. We said that he was a player to watch in the preview, and he proved this, darting away from dummy half. Probably got a very lucky bounce here. Come off a Wavell player into his halfback's hands. Justin Canuto raced through untouched for a try.
Well, Gene, the Commonwealth Bank Cup, when we get down to this stage, and don't you see some players of the future?
Yeah, it's exciting stuff, and that's great stuff. They had to hit back straight away from the Wavell try, and they did exactly that. And this will probably put them in front now, 6 points to 4.
Justin Canuto, the captain, and halfback.
Well, we spoke about inspirational play by the Ricky Paul, the Wavell captain, and this is exactly what the captain needed from the Cairns side.
Ricky Paul right in front. Sorry about that. Mardo right in front. I'll get back to you. There it is. Makes no mistake. Barky Mardo comes back, and his side are now in front. 6 points to 4. Commonwealth Bank Cup on 9 World of Sports. Now there's a familiar face, Lionel Williamson, the coach for St Augustine's. In the Australian side through 68-74, and then of course the Kangaroo Tour in 73.
Yeah, great player. Probably a little bit happier now that his side's finally put points on the board, and he'll be looking for more of those points.
I think it's just an absolute fantastic human interest story, this Cairns side. Look at this McNabb. I like what I see. Ricky Paul. It's danger time again for St Augustine's as they turn it on. Wavell in all sorts of trouble. They're starting to scramble. They'll want to. Here's the big fella. 117 kilos of him. He's a monster. They move it wide. Canuto, try scorer, inside ball. Just on the outside of him, rather. I thought he was going to come on the inside. McNabb. Beckano. Macco over the top. He'll get part from the front rowers union. Well, he was hit. Nona, the wing three-quarter. Crunch. Well, Wotherspoon dances across field but makes about 20 metres.
Mark, I know there's quite a few talent scouts out here to watch this match, and so early in the match, they'd have to be impressed with the young hooker from Augustines in Cameron McNabb.
I wouldn't be surprised. I know they're Queensland schools, but it'd have to be said throughout the Winfield Cup competition that Peter Moore is just renowned. That's out in the pool. We'll come back for the scrum back where the kick took place. But Canterbury Bankstown are renowned, and this is the sort of game that one Peter Moore gets to.
Well, you wouldn't be surprised if you saw Bullfrog in the crowd here, would you?
No, and his side's playing today, but gee, he will get anywhere if he sees a talent.
I want to be real quick to beat our guy up here, Mark, I can tell you.
Okay. Beechano. That's Ricky Paul with the football. Mardo, rather. Both players nearly absolutely identical, and I've got them both same jumpers, opposite teams.
You see Charlie Street here just running through as the option runner. Put a big hit on Swalding, put a big shoulder charge on him, and he's a little bit crook out there.
Vagey Mardo, second rower for Charlie Street that's down. I've been very impressed with the opposite 11 though, Vagey Mardo in the opening stages as well.
Yeah, he's been supporting the broken runner, the guy that's made the bust on several occasions.
Just looking down here. You'll cut this, won't you?
Okay, the big fella.
Back into the fray. Charlie Street. Built like a freeway. Talbot the feed. Hinkley goes from dummy half. Hinkley and his partner in crime, Dean Wally, they're very similar to look at. Swaddling, 12 short of halfway. Quarter-final football, 93 Commonwealth Bank Cup on the 9 network. Here they go again. Wavell State High, this is Dombrowski. Now they'll spread it and continue the wrap, but back the other side they travel through the hands of Paul. Wally, a beautiful face ball for Barlow. Now it's with Hodgins. Hodgins nearly to the 30.
Good defence there from the Cairns side. They slid in defence. They had the numbers against them, but did very well.
Wally. Talbot puts it in the air. Chase is good. Oh, and he's been hit again. Michael Reynolds. Oh, he's a masochist. But he put his body on the line. You can't knock him.
Yeah, great take there. Self-preservation, taking a backward step there.
Knock on there. In the play the ball area. Scrum will go down. Well, we said it earlier. Wave will get inside the 20. They can do anything from the back of the scrum. Just as we speak of it, Witherspoon goes underneath the sticks. Thank you very much. They hit the lead, 8 points to 6.
Wow, really an easy try here from the back row from Wavell State High, and Witherspoon picks the ball up from the back of the scrum. We see the halfback letting the lock pick the ball up. Big step off the right foot here, beats the opposing fullback and goes in for an easy try, untouched.
One of the old plays, Gene.
Yeah, very successful, and why not use it? Scoring tries off it, why not keep using it?
This is St. Augustine's having a chat. They've got to get back on track. Look at them, they're in the huddle. Oh yeah, they're all listening in. Well, they're pretty positive. Well, there you go. That's how they do it out Cairns way.
I'm sure their coach, Lionel Williamson, will hope they can hit back straight away as they did in the first instant.
10 points to 6. Conversion successful. There's Hendricks.
Angry Ant, as he was known these days.
Marvellous day. Well, Gene, they've weathered the storm. They now lead 10 points to 6, and we're less than 6 minutes left in the first half. Here's the try scorer, Wotherspoon. He loves it. Beats the first, beats the second, open pastures, crosses the 30, inside for Wally, comes back, looks for support. He finds Hinkley. Hinkley continues to advance the football.
Oh, great support play there by the Wavell State High School, and they haven't finished yet.
No, they haven't. Swadling. One more hit up. Slater takes it. Through Talbot and Wally. Barlow crosses the 20. One off the ruck now. Is this Wally or Hinkley? It's Hinkley. He can't handle. 6 more tackles. Well, I thought he waved 6 more. Where was the changeover call? The referee's thrown me the dummy.
The indication he gave there was 6 more tackles, but
and then he's let it go.
Yeah. Now Augustines have come up with a penalty from the Wavell School, reefing the ball out.
It's Big Dick Williams. And the hairdo on young Dick. The dreadlocks and all. I met him in the dressing rooms before the clash, and a very polite young man.
We all are from up north there, Mark.
A real character of this side. St. Augustine's. Mardo to play it. McNabb dummy half. They move it through Canuto. Scrum will go down. A little bit of scrappy stuff.
Yeah, they really didn't have their back line set there. No centre was even sighted then. We just had a half and a 5/8. And the back row are out wide, and really they need to get their centres on the same side of the paddock to be very competitive in this match. One against the feed by McNabb.
Good strike there, but they've got a big size advantage as well. Webber. Williams. Nona. 30 metres out. They've shown they can hit straight back through Macca. Now with Canuto. Back in the hands of McNabb. Through Webber. They continue the wrap. This is the lock forward. This time the ball sticks. Nice ball from Farzo.
Good ball movement there by the St. Augustine's side, but they really need a straight runner and a hard runner.
10-6. Wavell lead. That's the run that was acquired from Gene Miles. McNabb's dangerous from dummy half. He turns it back for Swadling. Rather Beechenow. That's Beechenow to play it.
Big line to the right.
Stotty second rower. McNabb puts the kick in. Player has been ruled offside. Penalty goes to St. Augustine's. We're 2:27 out from the break, 2 points, or do they go for the try?
Oh no, I think they really have to go for the try, keep the pressure on. But, oh yeah, they're just going to take a tap. They've got to keep the pressure on here, Wavell High.
Set play. McNabb, short ball, he's ruled it forward. Oh, again, I thought, well, he's probably correct. He is probably correct on that occasion. Here it is, the ball.
Oh, gee, line ball, wasn't it? Tough
Line
ball.
ball. Very much so, very much so. Nitpicking for mine. However, he's got the whistle, we've got the monitor, and we have to have a look at it again. So, Wavell State High, content to wind down the last 1:45 left of the first half.
Yeah,
We've seen some great stuff too, haven't we?
Yeah, I just think now they'll just be dummy half runners, all one off the ruck. Nothing special here from the Wavell School. And the kick from Wally.
Samuel Swadling. Now is his cousin, no, rather brother. They are brothers, and the Wallies are cousins. So again, one big family, the Wavell State High School side. Clearing kick from Canuto. This time to bring it back. Nona looks at them. Bit of open pastures. Can he beat Wally? Wally went high and then he came low and he hung on. It was the side of the class play, it really wasn't.
Great chase from Wally and a great tackle too. Around the legs, he wasn't going anywhere.
Great tackle. Look, he copped the fend and then he went underneath. Open pastures. The chip and chase. Canuto was looking for two. And Wally has cleaned up every side. "20 seconds left of the first half. McNabb chops him off at the ankles. He's down. Now he's getting up. He's back on his feet. Wotherspoon. He's injured. No, this doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I'm prepared to say the boys been their best forward in the first half. He's down. Let's hope he's okay. There's the siren in the background. Talbot takes the tackle. We have got a football game and a half at ANZ Stadium on the Commonwealth Bank Cup. It's Wavell 10, St Augustine 6 on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Matt. Oh, mate, I didn't realise I said it. Big Dick Williams. And then I've said, saw him in the dressing rooms. And then I've said, a great young man. I was trying to dig my way out. Before I tried to dig out, before I got in. Story there.
Yeah, it does, Mark. And also, St Augustines have been called on to do a lot more defensive work because of their poor ball control, and Wavell have punished them for that error. So that's the scoreline, 10 points to 6.
So if you've just joined us, Wavell State High are running from right to left as you see it. St Augustine's of Cairns from left to right. And quite an incredible story this side from St Augustine's, with some very talented rugby league players in the making. In fact, going through the side, there are seven Torres Strait Islanders, and 4 kids from Papua New Guinea. Nathan Webber, Charlie Street, Varki Margot, and also Sam Punn. And the story of how some of these guys, Gino, get back to their school holidays is quite incredible. In fact, they've got to catch a jet to Thursday Island, and then a light aircraft, and then apparently a little dinghy, a canoe, across to their local island in the Torres Strait. So an amazing story, and something they can be very proud of, this school, of making the Queensland final of the Commonwealth Bank Cup, the 4th quarter final of the 93 competition. And this game has been played at absolutely breakneck speed. It's been like Winfield Cup pace. Yeah,
it's been a great pace, and it's been from the outset also. And this, I wouldn't be surprised to see Augustines get back into this match very shortly, because every time they've had a point scored against them, or at half-time, they've been in the huddle. They've got a lot of pride in that jersey, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them get well and truly back in the match, and if not, win it.
Talbot jinking and swerving and taking the tackle right in front of the upright. 20 metres out, Wally, danger man, holds it up, takes it himself. Well, he threw the pass and then took it back again. You are a freak, son. Dummy to himself and then took it back, Gino.
Good player, isn't he? I told you that before the match.
You certainly did. Wotherspoon, he's back out there. He looked to be injured before half-time. Michael Wally, the hooker. So the turnover. Macca. Beechino. Charlie Street.
Good yards made by the St. Augustine's forwards here.
3 defenders there. Wally in company with Slater and another Wavell State High defender. Swadling made the tackle on that occasion. And the hits, they continue. You can hear the call, watch McNabb, watch McNabb. Clearing Kip from Cairns. Chase is on, Canuto gives chase, referee has ruled a knock on. Player down for Wavell State High.
A good chase there by the halfback from St. Augustine's in Canuto. Put a lot of pressure on the Wavell school, and they've come up with the error now. It's their scrum and their feed. Big chance here for the St. Augustine school to get back into this match.
So this is Williams, Dick Williams. McNabb dummy half. Bargy Mardo. Stomping through tackles, Charlie Street. He started the second half better than the first half. Nice ball this time for the wing three-quarter Geel. St. Augustine's McNabb dummies. Cuts out one player. Now in the hands of the 5'8 Webber. Back for Macca. 3 defenders there. Hinkley also in company with Slater. Canuto. They spin it wide through Matho. Williams, nice ball. Desperate defence saves the try. Last tackle. Williams is dummy half. He lets it go. Ricky Paul will score, rather. Mardo will score. Mardo has scored. Mardo scores the try, and St. Augustine's lock it up at 10-all.
Yeah, good pressure here by the St. Augustine school. And in the end, a very simple try. The defence was very well spread right across the paddock, but a big gap there opening up for Mardo and going in for what looks like a very easy try. You really must give some credit to this from the hooker, this Cameron McNabb. He's just organising things from dummy half there. And you can hear the calls, as you mentioned, Mark, from the Wavell school. Watch McNabb, but they don't keep close tabs on him. He's going to run amok.
Watch his outside players. He just puts them where they want to be. Right in front this time. So the try scorer will try and convert his own try. Mardo. Right in front. There's the result. They're in front, St. Augustine's. They've come right back. It's a long way from Cairns to ANZ Stadium, but they've made the journey and they want to make it worthwhile. Could they make a dream of the Commonwealth Bank Cup a reality in 1993? Taken VFL style on that occasion by Beechino. And on the first tackle, St. Augustine's get a roll on back to the 30.
Well, they really have started the second half with a lot more enthusiasm than we saw in the first half. And now with their heads in front, could be a very hard team to get on top of now.
I want to know what Lionel Williamson said to Charlie Street and Macco at half-time, because whatever he did, I would like to get some of the same advice. They're fired up. Good defence there. Wotherspoon over the top. He refuses to stop working, Wotherspoon. He's just got an on button. Once you press it, he doesn't stop.
Yeah, fine play. He had a fine game against Keebra Park when we covered that match when Wavell defeated them.
Man of the match today. Chance St. Augustine's. Beechino offloads with 6 more tackles. Come back to the man of the match, McNabb. Macca. Beechino lets it go. He's rolled it forward. Williams can't believe it. And again, Gene, I want to see it again.
Yeah, great ball skills here displayed by this. It certainly did. There's no doubt about that. We see just some great ball skills, not going to the ground. Great ball off the ground, but that unfortunately was a touch forward, yeah.
Well, he's got one right.
Yes. It's just great support play, isn't it, from the Augustines. They've won one against the head.
Try time, no! The pad saves it. From dummy half, reaches out and scores! Well, he can't believe his luck. Vargi Mardo has scored his second try. I'm pretty sure it is. I'll get his number. Yes, it is. Solo from dummy half.
Well, Mark, I know he scored that from dummy half, but you really got to take your hat off to this Cameron McNabb. He's won the scrum against the feed, and inside the second ruck of that 6, they go for another try.
Dummies. He should take up selling dummies. Sell plenty. Vargi Mardo 2 from 2, 100% off the boot. 16 points to 10. One gets the feeling that they're starting to take over the pilot seat, dictate the terms. Gene, first time here, and I can't believe this stadium. It is magnificent.
Yeah, it certainly is a great spectacle for rugby league, and to have 50-odd thousand people in here and them right behind their home team is certainly something you've got to admire by the Queensland and Brisbane public, really. They've really supported the move out here to ANZ Stadium.
There is the result. 18 points to 10. Some spectators from Cairns for sure, and they're very, very happy people at the moment. Great to see. They've been down since Wednesday to acclimatise to everything. In fact, one of the, I'm sure it was Farzo brothers, I'm not sure if it was James, there are 2 in the sides, or Aaron. They had a special mass, I believe, before they came down here. Oh, what about Mardo? Mardo just shook off that. He was hit by a sledgehammer and said, hey, can't hurt me.
Their confidence is high in the camp now. They're throwing some great balls, good support play.
Oh, Macca. What about that? The hooker, Wally, Michael, you just felt 117 kilograms of pure dynamite.
Back he goes again.
2 runs in the same set of 6. Williams looking for that elusive ball to put him away into open pastures. McNabb. Well, the Cowboys, yeah. The boys up Cairns way. So far as depth goes, I know they're young at this stage, but certainly talent's not going to be a problem.
No, you really think that, let's just hope that Kerry Bostad has been at the preliminary games for this side, because there are some players out there with some great talent.
Somehow I don't think they'll escape the net. 18 points to 10. Let's not write off Wavell State High just yet. The 8-point buffer, though, does give you the impression that St Augustine's with a bit of smart football, and that's exactly what McNabb is, a smart footballer. Yeah. Gets the impression that they could lock this up, but now they're at 6s and 7s. Wotherspoon!
Oh, well done.
All right, Gene, put you in the hot seat. Wavell State High, where do they do, and what do they do from here?
Well, really, they just got to keep St Augustine's down in this part of the territory and let them come up with an unforced error, which they did make quite a few in the first half. They've just got to keep their defensive line intact and just keep moving up, putting a little bit of pressure on the St Augustine's attack.
I meant to finish a story before that break. Williams is on for Slater. I was about to tell you, one of the Farzo brothers, this is Macca, had a special mass before coming down here, and in fact played the didgeridoo at the mass. A fantastic school community. I know their principal, I think it's Brother Gerald, very, very happy with his boys. And they're doing the town of Cairns very proud today. I'm sure that everyone in Cairns is watching this one. There wouldn't be a vacant television set. And I'm pretty sure that plenty of videotapes should be heading for the land of Noah Nadruka, Papua New Guinea. I don't think Noah would like that. I've just called Noah Papua New Guinea. He's from Fiji. Are they close together, Gino?
Oh, not far away.
I was never good at geography.
Not by that canoe you mentioned earlier, eh?
Pardon?
A little bit further to travel than that canoe you were talking about.
That's a true story, though.
Yeah, I didn't doubt you, mate.
Jet, then seaplane, and then canoe. Talbot for Dombrowski. Wally from dummy half for Wotherspoon. Nothing on, comes back the blind. Dombrowski. I like to see them spin it wide. I think they've taken one too many the middle, or have they? Bouncing out of tackles. Inside ball for Wally. He's there. Wavell State High, just when we thought they were gone, have come back with a gusto.
Yeah, great pressure here from the Wavell school. This is the second set of 6 in St Augustine's territory, and just sustained pressure. Good run here by the big prop. Back inside to his hooker and dives over. Good try.
One more time.
Yeah, good skills here by the big prop, holding him off with one arm. Gives it back to his hooker in Wally. And I know we've been giving the opposition hooker plenty of raps, and this guy's probably been hearing them all, and he says, my turn, and dives over. Good try.
Michael Wally, the hooker and try scorer. Ricky Paul, the captain. Up go the fluorescent green flags. $18 points to 16, Nines Wavell of Sport, bringing you the 93 Commonwealth Bank Cup. Ross Henrik. Still trails by 2.
Yeah, suddenly marked that 8-point buffer zone that's the Cairns side did have is reduced now to a 2-point lead. So we'll probably see a lot more enthusiasm now from the Wavell school with 14 minutes left on the clock.
I want to put the coach's cap back on you, Gino. I just asked about Wavell State High. You gave them the answer. Now St Augustine's. Will they crack under pressure, and what do they do to avoid it?
Well, they've really just got to keep Wavell down this end of the paddock. You know, it's just really a game of field position now, and a good kicking game is imperative, and missed tackles is also imperative, which we've just seen 3 St Augustine players fall off that player.
These forwards must be getting tired. Certainly not that boy. Continuing to advance the football in a touch. That's not what was called for. Dick Williams is on the ground. This is Shannon, or rather Glenn Williams. Glenn Williams that took the football into touch for Wavell. So a little bit of concern here. A key component of this side's back line. Like the way he hits the line, like the way he runs into a hole.
Yeah, nice and hard and straight. And today with the sliding defence, and also these guys have been coached by former first grade players, so they'll be sliding in defence. So the way to counter that is you must have a straight runner to stop them sliding.
Gino, just for our people at home, many of which, you know, junior rugby league supporters, we talk about running a straight line. Make it simple for our viewers out there. What are the coaches talking about when he says the centre's running a good line, the players are running a good line?
Well, it's very simple. The half and the 5'8" don't do much really. They just stand and deliver, and you must get a little bit of depth in your run, and just hit the ball, and you know, don't crowd across field. Just hit it straight and make the defence commit themselves instead of sliding where there's no commitment whatsoever.
So a sad sight. Dick Williams leaving the field. This we believe. Oh, there it is. There he's twisted awkwardly. That's a knee for sure. What am I doing? Dr. Warren. Fair dinkum. But he did twist awkwardly. Anyway, he's in good hands, and we hope that it's not as bad as it looks for Dick Williams. McNabb from dummy half. Charlie Street hits it up the blind. McNabb dummies open, goes himself. Heading for the corner.
You can't just see a lot of Kerrod Walters in that guy.
Oh, what? Barzo dummy half for Macca. And you reckon this time he just launched himself. Cuts out Street. Now with the replacement 14, Sam Punn. Last tackle, changeover. St. Augustine still in front. We've got 11 minutes and 20 seconds left in the quarter-final from ANZ Stadium.
The Wavell school at the wrong end of the paddock here. They've got to just take a couple of settlers up and use the big boot of Wally or Ricky Paul, get down the other end of the paddock and make the St. Augustine side come up with a mistake. Turn these big fellas around.
Dombrowski. Dummy half running from Ricky Paul, the Minister for Defence. Barlow. Well, he didn't even look, just threw it over the back of the head. Wally. Now back for Hinkley. Beats two, spins out of another. Tries to get between two. Falls short of the 50. Wally dummy half on the last. Talbot. Midfield bomb. Lotto. Oh! Another body check. Felt that up here.
That was courageous stuff by the St. Augustine's winger Gill there. Come in off his wing for the midfield bomb, took it well, put his body on the line, and now his side did have the ball. They just come up with an unforced error, and Wavell are in possession.
Two front rowers, Macca and Street, coming into their own. They have laid the platform. One of the people that have tried to make inroads on that platform is the boy playing the football, Wotherspoon. 18-16. Inside the last 9.5. Wally, face ball for Barlow. Inside ball now with Dombrowski. Last tackle signal. One more tackle to Weather. Wally goes to the air. The chase is there. Taken well by Canuto. Beechino. Charlie Street. He's injured as well. He twisted awkwardly in the tackle. Charlie Street is down as well. This would be cruel if he has to leave the field. Peel. Matthews Frederick. Dylan Matthews Frederick. And now the scrum will go down. They come together on the 50. On halfway, scrum twisting and twirling. Canuto the feed. You can hear the moans and the groans coming from the sets of forwards. A split made, put away the glasses. Webber caught from behind. I thought it was get in the queue. They move it wide. They come to the middle. 10 out from the line. Wavell stayed high. On the rack. McNabb to dummy hard. They move it now. Launches himself one more time. Macca, 8 metres out. Cameron McNabb, watch him. Fairdick and Kerrod Walters play alike. Charlie Street, 3 metres short. Excitement galore. Champagne Schoolboy Rugby League. Blindside play for the replacement for St Augustine, Shannon Hill. Gone backwards. Thought over the line. He got there. He got there, Michael Reynolds. 22-16. And at this stage, can we say game, set, match?
Oh, you'd think so, wouldn't you, Mark? Great try there. Great support play, keeping the ball alive at all costs. I think they're a little unlucky here not to get the tackle count restarted. As we see the ball flick back here, keeping the ball alive. Goes back to the fullback. Big step off the right foot, dives through the gap. Try.
And the replacement did his job, Shannon Hill.
Yeah, hit the ball up, spun and turned. Coughed the ball up and then back to Reynolds. Dive through that gap for a good try.
I was only concerned if he got the ball down. Here's the head-on shot. Back it went. They kept the ball going backwards. He just came back and just said, I want this try. Did he get it down?
Oh, yeah. Referee in a great spot there. He didn't even have to call on his in-goal touch judge.
Michael Reynolds coming back to halfway with the headgear unstrapped. Unfastened. Nathan Webber changing kick up. Looks a bit like Ryan Girdler. Paul Illawarra centre 3/4 now with the Penrith club. Very much so. 10 in from touch. Hits it sweetly. Just away. Chief Muff here, it looked close. 22-16. St Augustines of Cairns could well be going to a semi-final in the Commonwealth Bank. And you're watching Nine's Wide World of Sports. So, St Augustine's in the event of a draw, the team scoring the most tries will win the competition. In the event of it all being locked up, it'll be the first try as set down by the Commonwealth Bank. I'm just trying to work out now how many tries apiece. But the 8-point buffer is not there. 6 points the difference. Converted try will lock it up. Driving the fence. Now they've got Wavell hemmed inside the red zone. They've got to keep them there. Time ticks down. We've got 3.5 left, Gene Miles.
Yeah, a relieving penalty here too, Wavell State High. Just previous to that, that was a great set of 6 from the Cairns side. They worked the ball up, put a smart kick in from McNabb, going towards the try line, put some good defence on, but unfortunately they've come up with a silly penalty now, and they've relieved that pressure. And now it's Wavell 48 metres out from the St Augustines line.
Can't knock anything from Wavell State High. I will say this though, Gene, watched them play Keebra Park when yourself did the commentary for that game, and something that stuck out to me was Wally and Hinckley saw a lot more football than they have today.
Yeah, that's for sure. And although Wally's been totally involved, he probably hasn't had the support play that he had on that particular day. I've been very impressed with Wotherspoon. He had a great match on that day also, and his work rate today has been unbelievable.
Barlow. Williams the replacement with it. Long ball for Wally. Now with the wing 3/4, Hodgins. Hodgins brought down. They move it back now. Hinkley cuts out one. Shepherd, Tapper, still going for the corner and look it up if they can do it. He's there. 22-20. In the corner, Dillon, Matthews, Frederick may well lock this up.
Super try by Wavell, using the full width of the field here. Just a simple backline move, but who's ever there was just hitting him, moving the ball on. Good ball there. The winger there really come off his line, the St. Augustine's winger, and left the gap there for the Wavell player to dive over in the corner.
Gino, the replay one more time. Would you like to be in the shoes, though, as we speak, of the kicker, Ricky Paul? They scored first. The tries will be 4 apiece, and in that event, Wavell State High will win the Commonwealth Bank Cup clash. He moves into it. Oh, yes! He's kicked it! He's kicked it!
Super kick.
No, I thought it was going away. Wavell are jumping around on the track here at ANZ. There's the supporters for Wavell State High. They've come from asunder. They were gone. They were beaten. They were cheering in Cairns.
Well, Mark, that's probably why he's got the C beside his name. An inspirational captain. What a great kick from the sidelines.
53 seconds. No extra time in Commonwealth Bank Cup football. No timeout. Dylan Matthews, the hero. The hero, the wing three-quarter. They're going to have an opportunity that only 4 sides will have this year. A semi-final berth. Wavell State High. Dean Wally now. They're not happy with it. They want another one. 17 seconds left. Oh, a courageous, inspirational performance from St. Augustine's. They thought they had them on the rack. Wavell State High have jumped out of the bag.
Yeah, smart work there by Aaron Talbot, just kicking the ball in a touch. Boom, winding the clock down, and there's the full-time siren.
Wavell State High have done it. A 22-all draw. You want to see good schoolboy rugby league? You've seen it at ANZ Stadium today. And I don't apologise for being excited. This referee is going to be involved. He will now. He's got the decision. Wavell have definitely won it. And there it is. Absolute jubilation. Wavell State High go one step closer in 1993. So there's Wavell State High in the midst of celebrations, family, friends and supporters who have made their way here today, and they're going over to congratulate them. They cheered Ricky Paul, their captain, on the shoulders. He has come from the clouds. The kick didn't even look like it was going to make it. If anything, push to the left. Wotherspoon embraced. That may well be a very proud dad. And what a game he had as well. Ricky Paul, the 11. Terrific football. But spare a thought also for St. Augustine's. They have all but won this game. It's a draw. But Commonwealth Bank Cup football, it's purely a knockout. Dean Wally is our man of the match. He's going to receive $100, a sports bag from the Commonwealth Bank Cup, a gold watch, and every player here today a special medallion from the people in the Commonwealth Bank Cup. So 3 to Dean Wally in our Player of the Year competition, 2 to David Wotherspoon, the lock forward, and Jacob Swadling, the 1 point. Those players have made an advancement on this year's Player of the Series. What an award. So, a very excited Mark Warren on behalf of all the Nines Wide Water Sports crew and Gene Miles. From ANZ Stadium, I'm Mark Warren. Bye for now.